How does one explain the concept of supply and demand using only interpretive dance? Supply and demand, the foundational principles of economics, dictate the dynamics of markets and shape pricing, production, and consumption decisions. While traditionally explained through graphs and equations, the concept of supply and demand can also be conveyed through non-verbal communication and artistic expression. In this essay, we explore the innovative approach of using interpretive dance to explain the intricacies of supply and demand, translating abstract economic concepts into a visually captivating and emotionally resonant performance. The language of movement. Interpretive dance, a form of dance that emphasizes self-expression and storytelling through movement, provides a unique platform for conveying complex ideas and emotions without words. By harnessing the power of movement, gesture, and expression, dancers can communicate abstract concepts and evoke visceral responses from the audience. Supply and demand, with its interplay of forces and dynamics, lend themselves well to interpretation through dance, allowing for a nuanced exploration of economic principles in a visually engaging manner. The concept of supply. In the language of dance, supply can be represented by movements that convey abundance, proliferation, and expansion. Dancers may use sweeping gestures, expansive arm movements, and fluid motions to symbolize the availability of goods and services in the market. As dancers move across the stage, they can portray the diversity of suppliers, from small-scale producers to large corporations, each contributing to the overall supply of goods. Through synchronized movements and ensemble choreography, dancers can create a sense of rhythm and harmony that mirrors the equilibrium between supply and demand. The dynamics of demand. Conversely, demand in interpretive dance can be expressed through movements that reflect desire, urgency, and attraction. Dancers may use gestures such as reaching, grasping, and yearning to symbolize consumer demand for goods and services. As dancers interact with each other and with imaginary objects on stage, they can convey the intensity and fluctuation of consumer preferences and tastes. By modulating the tempo, intensity, and spatial dynamics of their movements, dancers can illustrate the ebb and flow of demand in response to changing market conditions. The intersection of supply and demand. At the heart of supply and demand lies the delicate balance between producers and consumers, where prices serve as signals that coordinate economic activity. In interpretive dance, this equilibrium can be represented through movements that convey negotiation, exchange, and mutual benefit. Dancers may engage in pas de deux ensemble sequences that depict the interaction between buyers and sellers, with movements mirroring the negotiation process and the convergence of supply and demand at the equilibrium price. Through intricate partnering and spatial arrangements, dancers can convey the intricate dance of market forces and the dynamic nature of price determination. The impact of shifts. In addition to depicting the equilibrium state, interpretive dance can also illustrate the effects of shifts in supply and demand on market outcomes. For example, a sudden increase in supply may be portrayed by a surge of dancers onto the stage, while a decrease in demand may be represented by dancers withdrawing or retreating. By manipulating spatial arrangements, group formations, and movement patterns, dancers can convey the resulting changes in prices, quantities, and allocation of resources. Through expressive gestures and emotive performances, dancers can evoke empathy and understanding for the consequences of supply and demand shocks on producers, consumers, and society at large. Conclusion. In conclusion, the concept of supply and demand can be effectively communicated through interpretive dance, harnessing the power of movement, gesture, and expression to convey complex economic principles in a visually compelling and emotionally resonant manner. By embodying the dynamics of supply, demand, and equilibrium through movement and choreography, dancers can engage audiences in a transformative exploration of the forces that shape markets and drive economic outcomes. In the intersection of dance and economics lies the potential for innovation, creativity, and interdisciplinary dialogue, enriching our understanding of both art and commerce.